Alright, so welcome back my friends on this video, and for this video we will talk all about creating a new file, and we will start to have our contents on that file. Okay, so without further ado, let's start our Excel tutorial. Okay, so assuming we are currently working here on this file and we wanted to have a new file aside to this, just click here on this side. By the way, again, I'm using a MacBook, so this is somehow different with Windows OS. For the Windows, that is actually same, located on the upper left part of your window. No, but the button itself is different. For the Mac, let's try to click this file and click the new, and it will generate a new Microsoft Excel automatically. Okay, that is the first way. But for the second way, just click the control or the command for Mac, control for Windows, control, and the button N. It will automatically have a new Excel file. Alright, so here we have our new Excel file. Let's try to have our data set. Okay, so for the data, let's try to have vendor here, assuming we are monitoring some of our sales, something like that. So we have here vendor and the name of our vendor, of course. So we are starting to work on our data. Let's try to have Juan de la Cruz. Next vendor we have, I hope you are having your Microsoft Excel with me so that you can follow with me. So what I do is I automatically adjusted, this is how it looks like before. I automatically adjusted the size of our cell since the cruise is out of the range. So by doing that, just double click this border at the center, or rather between A and B column. So double click and it will automatically adjust it. So first we have Juan de la Cruz. Next we have Maria Clara. Next we have Pedro Santos. Next we have Pablo Santos. Oops. Okay. Next we have Gabriela Cruz. Okay, so for the next column, assuming we have 4 vendors, Maria Clara, Juan de la Cruz. Oh, where's Juan de la Cruz? It has been deleted. So if that's the case, that's what happened. Another tip, my friends, no, just right click here on the Maria Clara, then we can actually insert another cells on the above the Maria Clara. So meaning we will going to shift cells down so that this Maria Clara, Pedro Santos, and Pablo Santos, also with Gabriela Cruz, will automatically go another one cell down, one step down. Okay, so shift cells down, click this OK, and it will have a new row dedicated for Juan de la Cruz, which has been deleted before. So let's have here Juan de la Cruz. Okay, so that is for our first column. For our second column, we will be now having the date. Okay, so for the date, let's presume this is March 12, 2015. Okay, and next is March 13. What I'm going to do, guys, is to drag down the date. As you can see on this side, it has actually the projected date, and I will release this now. Alright, I hope you see it. That is actually a more convenient way to type rather than to manually type it. If the date that you are working is consecutive, so this is the technique for it. Okay, so for the third column, we have here the amount. Okay, so for the amount, let's have here 450, 250, 150, 350, and 125. Okay, so what we will do next is we will going to center align all our column titles or our column headers, and that is the cell A1, cell B1 and cell C1. So A1 to C1, let's highlight this. Then again, click this button and this one for it to be able to be centered. I hope you get it. Now, for the data, for the contents, we can also center this. Just click the whole space, then center this too. Alright, I hope you get it. Now, for the vendor, as you can see, we are actually on the data management, guys. For the vendor, as you can see, Juan de la Cruz, Maria, Pablo, Pado, and Gabriela is actually not arranged based on their first letters of their name. So if we wanted to arrange this, just highlight Juan de la Cruz, going down to Gabriela Cruz, then click this sort and filter, then sort A to Z, meaning to say the upper part will be the names starting with A, and the lower part is the names starting with Z. If you wanted to sort the way from Z to A, just click this button. Anyway, what we will do is A to Z, so click this. Okay, upon clicking, it will pop up a warning. That is actually called a sort warning, meaning as we can read on this warning, data outside your current selection won't be sorted. What do you want to do? Expand the selection, or we should now continue with the current selection? If we choose to expand the selection, based on our data, Juan de la Cruz sales or what we call this revenue for the date March 12, 2015 is 450. This will only be the cell that we will be sorting, that is continue with the current cell. But if we will choose the expand the selection, this 450 amount will still be for Juan de la Cruz. So any cell that Juan de la Cruz may come up, that is actually where the 450 amount will also be, just like on the Juan de la Cruz. Okay, for this tutorial, we will choose the expand the selection. So as you can see, upon clicking the sort, okay, so Juan de la Cruz becomes now on the cell A3. That's now the location of that data. And as you can see, 450 as well. So that's basically what does it means on the expand selection. So I hope you get it. For the date, we can actually format this date just like what I have teach you before on our previous video. You can check our tutorial series or tutorial playlist here. You can actually binge watch our playlist. We can actually have here the date, and if we wanted to have the day itself, the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, we can choose this long date. Okay, let's try to click. Okay, so automatically it will give you the day of the week. If you want this format, it is actually yours. It is actually your decision. Okay, for the amount, since there is no what we call this, there is no unit of currency that is indicated here. That's almost the same with the date. We can actually have here the currency, and by default, since we are currently in the Philippines, by default it will have a Philippine peso. Anyway, if you wanted to change the Philippine peso, just click more number formats. Then we have here currency, then symbol. If we wanted to have a US dollar, for example, let's try to have US dollars. Where's US dollars? Just browse here. Where's United States dollars? I can see it. Okay, so here we have USD. Alright, and click OK, and that's it. So that's how we work with data. Next example or next tip that I will teach you is the borders. Okay, so let's have a borders. Let's try to click the cell A1, going to the cell C6, and click this button. Then let's try to have it all. Alright, so since our design is hidden line and it is colored red, actually this is the reason of this is actually based on our previous video, since I left you with this format. Anyway, we can still change it to line colored automatic. Again, when we say automatic, that will become black. So automatic. Then our line style, as you can see, the preferred style is the hidden line. Anyway, let's change this to straight line, and let's now, oops, what happened? Okay, let's now try to highlight, then click. Okay, so I hope you get it. That's how we edit our cell borders. Okay, for our columns to be noted as the columns, just highlight from A1 going to C1, and we can now have our columns. For example, here, let's try to have a cell color which is light blue. Alright, so for it to be designated that these three, vendor, date, and amount, are the column headers. So that's basically how it works for the Microsoft Excel environment. Alright, so I hope you get it. Thank you for watching this YouTube tutorial regarding Microsoft Excel. Keep safe always, guys, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel for more related contents. See you on our next video. Bye-bye.